Chapter 83 Ringo to the Rescue. So how are we going to sell this, Graham? Asked Bouncer. I'm glad you asked, Bouncer, replied Graham. I already have that covered, and we have assistants on this job. Bouncer stopped and started to work out who that might be, quickly establishing that it could only really be a Dr. Robert. Won't they recognize him? Won't who recognize who? Asked Graham. Won't the people in the laboratory recognize Dr. Robert? Replied Bouncer. Yes, I would say for sure, Bouncer. It's very probable that one of his doppelgangers works here. Bouncer once again stopped and pondered the information he had been presented, before asking. So why would we use him? Use who, Bouncer? Dr. Robert. Why would we use Dr. Robert to sneak into the lab under false pretenses, Graham? We're not using him, Bouncer. What on earth gave you that idea? Asked Graham. You did. You said you'd already worked out some assistants. I just assumed you meant Dr. Robert, as I cannot really see Sebastian helping us, and Barnaby is too scary. Whilst Bouncer had been justifying his position, Graham had been busy unpacking something. Turning round as Bouncer finished, Graham held his open hand up to Bouncer. I meant this little fellow, Bouncer. Bouncer looked closely at Graham's hand and the penny dropped. All right, Ringo, that makes a lot more sense. This little fellow will enter stage left, so to speak, at just the right time to convince anyone that doubts our story that they do indeed have a problem. Ta-da! As always, Graham, a great plan. Come on then, let's get going. John Stevens, the security guard, was still dutifully sitting at his desk, a night shift guardian blissfully unaware of anything untoward happening, literally beneath his feet. Looking at the uniforms of the two people about to walk through the front door, he was equally unaware that the Kiruna facility had a pest control problem. Can I help? Yes, we've come to attend to your pest control problem, offered Graham as he and Bouncer stumbled and crashed through the door. John was immediately confused as he picked up the daily external contractor list and traced a finger down the company's book to be on site today. I am sorry, but we don't have a pest control problem, and I can't see any pest control companies booked in today. I'm sorry, I am going to have to turn you away. Right on cue, Ringo scuttled across the open foyer, hissing very slightly, like any self-respecting, nuclear holocaust surviving cockroach would. Graham looked at John's badge to learn his name just as Bouncer had earlier. Well, Mr. Stevens, I think that little fellow would disagree with your assessment of the situation. John Stevens rushed around his desk to stamp on Ringo. My God, it's huge! Sensing what the guard was intending to do, Graham quickly grabbed his arm. That would be a very bad idea, John. Once you crush a cockroach, they release a powerful pheromone that attracts other cockroaches. A cockroach tsunami, you could say. We are best placed to deal with this. Please let us do our job. Not wanting an end-of-the-world scenario on his shift, John backed down. Yes, of course. Taking two contractors' badges off a hook and passing them to Graham and Bouncer. Please use these to get to the bottom of the problem. Graham winked at Bouncer as they chased after Ringo. I love it when a plan comes together.